And that's just curator, isn't it? Curator goes like right at the end.
It's pretty interesting because there's no swapping except for the curator.
That is true. Maybe we need some swapping. We'll find out how it goes afterwards.
Yeah, we might have to end up swapping out one of the seers for it, but hard to say.
Well, we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna double check on these. So everyone knows what werewolves do. So in order, minion. Everyone knows what the minion does, right?
Just level with me.
Minion is a werewolf. Like they will see who the werewolves are, but the werewolves will not see who the minion is, and they play for the werewolf team. But if they get lynched, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Werewolves
basically. Yeah. Well, not necessarily, because like if the minion and the werewolf get lynched, the werewolf still lose. It's just the minion is expendable.
Sweet.
Plays for the werewolf team, but can be lynched without a loss. Apprentice seer. We know what the Masons will have their own period. Masons know who each other are, so they're like their own mini team.
Okay. I think they still have the killer werewolf goal though.
Yeah, they're villagers. They just know who each other is.
Okie dokie.
Seer, we know. Apprentice seer. Yeah, the apprentice seer gets to look at one of the center cards, and then the curator. Curator wakes up and choose and place a random face-down artifact token onto your player's card. Yeah. So just draw the top one of these and put it in someone's hand. That's the easiest way to do it, and then they can check it themselves.
So Seer can see 2 cards in the middle or 1 player's card, and Apprentice Seer can...
1 card in the middle, that's it.
1 card in the middle, that's it.
You don't get a choice.
Right, okay.
So we have no roles that change people's role, apart
No.
from curator.
We don't, but we may have to add some, but let's see how it goes, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting gambit.
I feel like we'll probably need to add one, but...
We'll see how it goes.
That shovel! Well done!
Sometimes it works. It usually does work.
Yeah, I know. It's very funny when it doesn't, though, apparently. Okay, that didn't go anywhere.
My house a card.
It's best when decks just refuse to shuffle, in the slightest.
Alright, I'll set the timer. 600.
By the way, one more question. Do we put this artifact card in front of them or in their hand?
No, put it in their hand. Because then they can just wake up, make sure everyone knows you got the artifact, and then you can flip it and check it yourself. So like I can go like, there, on if you have this artifact, and then you can be like, oh, check it, and then flip it back over.
Oh, so everyone knows he has the artifact.
Yeah. Everyone knows you've got the artifact. It's just they don't know what it is.
Right.
So I will go through. The card tells you what the artifact does, but at the end of night, once we're all done, I will go through the artifacts that we've got.
Unless you're mute. It's going...
Oh, we'll find out. I guess it says on the card, so I don't need to. Just make sure you read the artifact card. Alright, so cards are shuffled. Everyone grab a roll.
Oh, you stole my card!
I mean, you stole my card.
For a second there, I thought I could see Madden's card, but it was actually just the gray, the gray face of it.
As usual, I'll be randomly clicking and moving because my mouse is audible.
I will also doing that. So, just to remind, so the way Minion's going to work, so normally the way Minion works in Werewolf when you're in person is it works like, Resistance Avalon, where the werewolves will hold out their thumbs and the Minion will open their eyes. The way we're going to do it in this, because it's a bit simpler, is while the werewolves are waving their cards around to show off to their teammate, the Minion just has their eyes open. So he can see the werewolves, but they can't see him, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So, for example, let's just do something. Madden's a werewolf, Dan's a werewolf, so you guys are waving your hands.
No, find your accusations! Okay.
What?
I was joking about you trying to give us away.
Right. I was just trying to explain the game.
Yeah, I know.
Dan, he's on to us.
Whatever, let's just do nighttime. Fuck it. Everyone blindfold yourselves, please.
Oh, pink blindfold.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You have
it's
the
the
color.
same colour as you.
Yep.
I am purple.
Ooh.
Best blindfold.
I always
I have
think
boring
the same
white.
I am red.
Rot. Okay, so
colour. The blood of
everyone is
the
blindfolded, correct? So, first up, Minion, open your eyes, but don't do anything. Just keep your eyes open if you're in the game. While the minion has his eyes open, werewolves, remove your blindfolds, take your cards out of your hand, and move them around to let people know that you're a werewolf. Make sure you might have teammates, you might not. It's entirely dependent on, well, cards and shit, really. After that, you may blindfold yourself again. And a couple more seconds for that. And now will the minion please blindfold himself, if he hasn't already done so. Next up are the Masons. Masons, if you're in the game, unblindfold yourselves and take your cards out, wave them around to show that you are a Mason. At most, there should be 2 of you, so if there's 3, something's gone horribly wrong. But there might not be 2 of you. There might only be 1 of you. Your friend could be in the center. Who knows? Masons, return your card to your hands and blindfold yourselves again once you've seen your fellow Mason. Next up is the Seer. Seer, you may wake up and check 2 of the cards in the center or 1 other player's card. After doing that, please blindfold yourself once again after returning the card to its proper place, of course. Next up is the Apprentice Seer. Apprentice Seer, you may unblindfold yourself and check 1 of the cards in the center, and only 1 of the cards in the center. You don't get a choice. Wow, Dan. You're so bored.
No, I'm really tired. I'll wait till you're done with this before I get blah blah though.
Okay, Apprentice Seer, that's probably enough time. Blindfold yourself, make sure the card's back, etc, etc. So last up is the Curator. If the Curator is in the game, please take the top card of the artifact deck and hand it to someone else in the game. Just put it into their hand. After you've done that, blindfold yourself again. Okay. Okay, everyone should be blindfolded, so let's unblindfold ourselves. And it is morning.
No!
Oh, so there's no curator.
Yep, time has started. There's no curator. Oh, well, the curator might not have done it, but yeah, there's no curator in the game.
Okay.
Alright.
Interesting. Oh god, where to start?
Yeah, where to start, Dan?
It's a very good question. So the only people who might have information in this are either the werewolves. We've got possibly 2 seers, or possibly no seers if they're. It would be weird if it was a curator and 2 seers in the middle.
Yep,
Like, fuck. I just realised this. Just a guess and get. Oh no, there'd be 2 masons around.
Yeah,
at
there's
least.
2 masons. This game's going to be really interesting because there is actually a lot of information at the table, but only certain people can collaborate it, and so you never get the full picture. This is going to be kind of weird.
Huh.
The only issue with this now is no one wants to speak, because out of all the other situations that we've had, no one wants to be the first person to divulge their role.
I'm a mason, and I know another player who at the table who is a mason.
That sounds like a mason claim to me.
I'm disappointed because I'm not a mason, nor am I a werewolf or minion, which would be hilarious because I really love this idea that it's just these 2 masons who know each other and 3 werewolfy type people.
You're right, actually. That mason was a terrible reveal. In case you are all werewolf.
Yes.
Well, I am a
Yes.
mason.
The other
and
Mason.
I am the mason, and I am the other mason.
Can you confirm Dan's claim that he is the other mason?
He is the other mason.
And I can confirm that Lorna is a mason.
Oh, they're both werewolves.
Or we're both werewolves, which would be again
As
really
well.
funny.
Right now, with the limited information you have,
Okay.
you know that we are masons.
Alright, Madam.
No, we don't. Like, Dan just said what happened there? Like, I'm not saying you're definitely not Masons, and I'm not saying you're definitely super suspicious or anything. I'm just saying, all Dan said there was, I'm a Mason, and there was another Mason, and then Lorna said, I am the other Mason. That doesn't collab, that just means you're
Well,
with it.
out of the information that there is at the moment.
It's
currently
about as
outside.
fair as it's getting. Okay.
Madam, what are you claiming? Do you claim anything?
I'm claiming seer, and I checked Josh and he was a werewolf.
Interesting, because I'm claiming Curator, I just didn't do it.
Aww.
It's very interesting because, Madden, you just said that you're a seer.
Correct.
I'm the seer.
No, I'm the seer.
Oh.
No, I'm the seer, and I.
Ronith is going with his classic strat
I
of claim
checked
whatever
Josh-
Madden claimed
This
after
is, no, Madden, shut up. This is really weird. How the fuck? Okay, you checked Josh's card. You said he was a werewolf, correct?
Yes.
I checked his card and I saw he was a werewolf. How the fuck did you see him?
I'm
Ronith
really
also a
confused
werewolf?
to this play Ronith is making now.
I think he's the minion.
I think no, Ronith must be a werewolf.
Josh is the werewolf. I'm the seer, and I wanted to see if Madam.
I think it's really interesting that Ronith has literally word for word claimed everything I have. That is incredibly suspicious.
I'm trying to think of what
I'm the
combination
seer,
of
and
cards
I
could
checked
lead
Josh,
to that.
and he was a werewolf. And I now know.
Either way,
I
if
think.
we shoot Josh,
I don't have any refute to two players going, I'm the seer, kill Josh. What is this? What do I do?
Yeah, like I'm fine with killing Josh.
I'm not.
Yeah, okay, sure, I'm down with Kill Josh. That'd be quite funny.
Are you fine with this, Madam?
I'm fine.
I think,
Yeah.
I
Let's put it to a vote.
I'm calling null and void because I think you guys have cheated. I think both of you I think one of you's the apprentice seer and looked at my card, which you shouldn't have done.
Alright, let's call it to a vote. Everyone in the middle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be so funny if he's a
No,
minion.
I'm definitely a werewolf. Like, I know I'm fucked. Like, what the hell?
Seer.
Madden, you fucked him. Why did you do
Yeah,
that?
I went with I'm seer, hoping someone would refute it, and Ronith refuted it. I was like, yes, this brings blame onto me, and then Ronith was like, and he's right. Josh is a werewolf. I was like, what?
Thanks for that, Madden.
Well played, Madden.
Well played.
It was a really strong strategy until Ronith had checked Josh. If he
Yeah,
checked anyone else
I
and be
just
like, I'm
checked-
seer, and like corroborated them, I'd have looked so shifty.
Yeah, but it's like I just checked
Oh,
Josh
shit.
as well.
Why does everyone check me? This is bullshit. Like, I see what happened now. Everyone just checks me as seer. It's so.
It's because you're a very intimidating player.
So long. I've been villagers and werewolves since.
I'm not claiming. At no point in that sentence did I say Ronith always checks me. I said the seer always checks me. Which
I've
is
never
just
seen
for-
Seer, so
I
Well,
always
I'm
get
guilty.
checked. by
I'm
the seer.
guilty of that.
I always get checked by the seer. Especially if Madden's the seer, 100%. I just got checked by Madden. Fucking hell.
Well, that was quick. Whoa.
Wow. Hello there.
What are you
Please,
doing?
Dan.
I was grabbing it to shake it and you just pull the deck away. It's like someone grabbed the
I
deck with
flipped
my
them
hand
over
on it.
so we could shuffle them face down rather than revealing what's on the top.
Fair point.
Alright, cool. Well, that was quick.
Like, as I say, it was a really good play, because I was like, oh, I've been caught out. Ronith's claiming seer, this is great, and then he...
And he checked
Madden,
Josh.
how the fuck did you know that? Because I saw it.
Because Madden's
I was
minions,
minion, so I saw who was the werewolf, so they didn't know who I was.
I really wish you claimed one of those two as a werewolf.
Alright, blindfolds up, ladies and gents.
I need to double check my roll. Has everyone checked your rolls?
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
useful to check your rolls, guys.
It is. Everyone blindfold yourselves.
Madden was apprentice.
Who am I and where am I?
Everyone blindfold yourselves. Alright, so first up, minion, if you're in the game, open your eyes but don't do anything, just keep your eyes open. Werewolves, if you are sitting at the table, unblindfold yourself, take your card out of your hand and start waving around so you can identify each other. The minion should also be able to see who is the werewolves. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds and then return your cards to your hand and blindfold yourselves once again, please. After that, it's the Masons. Masons, if you are sat at the table, do the same as the werewolves. Blindfold yourselves, take your cards out of your hand, see if you can identify your fellow Mason if he's there. Okay, once you've done that, replace the cards into your hands, please, and re-blindfold yourselves. After the Masons, it's the Seer. Seer, if you are sat at the table, you may check two of the cards in the center or one other player's card. Don't check 3 of the cards in the center. That's cheating.
I see everything.
I see it all. It's in the name. Anyway, once you've done that, replace the cards and re-blindfold yourselves, please. After the Seer is the Apprentice Seer. Apprentice Seer, if you're sat at the table, you may check one of the center cards and only one.
We have a quality streak tin on the floor. I don't know whether in this household it's actually going to be chocolates or sewing supplies.
All I'll say is that's a really impressive sight from the Seer right there. Seeing a quality tin. Anyway, once you've done that, return the card and re-blindfold yourself, please. Finally, if is the creator, yeah. So last up is the curator. Curator, if you're at the table, you may unblindfold yourself, take the top card of the artifact deck, and pass it to one of the other players. After that, re-blindfold yourself, and...
Sia has seen more. It's chocolates, but it's all toffees.
Aww.
That's a shame.
I think there's some strawberry delights in here, but...
Oh, they're okay. I like those.
And there's one fudge left.
Let's take this after the night.
Yeah, okay, so I've had time to do it now. So yeah, curator, blindfold yourself, and everyone, unblindfold yourself. It's morning.
Oh, dun dun
Morning,
dun.
So Dan, what are you claiming you got there?
He ain't.
He's a little bit quiet.
He's claiming Mask of Muting immediately.
He's claiming mute, but I don't think he's mute.
I don't actually believe that he has the Mask of Muting because I know for a fact, like, I'll come straight out. I'm the curator. I gave Dan the artifact because I knew he'd just immediately jump on the Mask of Muting whether it was there or not.
It's
Well,
funny.
it's
really funny.
I'm quite confused now because both myself and Dan are Masons.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that?
Seems a strong claim when he's mute and can't. Dan, what role are you? Come on, Dan.
Alright.
A few things.
Oh, he's circling me.
What is it, Dan? Did Lassie fall down the well?
He's claiming Mason again. Like, what the fuck is this?
We legitimately are Masons again. Seriously.
So, Ronith Madden, you gonna double check me, corporal, and get me lynched again? Is that what's gonna happen?
Nope. But I can tell you the minion's
Shush,
not
Dan.
on the table.
Really?
Really.
Why?
Because it's there.
Because it's in his hand. Yeah, not muted.
Because it's where?
In his hand.
Wait, you're not the muted Mask of Muting, then...
Do I have to say what I am?
No, but it's obviously not the Mask of Muting.
Well, there we have it. I would rather not say. If the curator says what I am, I will confirm or deny.
I don't know what you are.
Oh, does the curator not know?
No, it's the top card, I just give you it.
Okay.
So, possible things...
Oh, I could have kept up the mute play. I thought that you knew, and I was like, he's just gonna fuck with me in a minute.
No, I didn't know.
Might be turned
Aww.
into a werewolf.
I knew you'd claim Mask of Muting immediately. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
So,
so
Madden.
the things Dan could be a werewolf right now because he could have had the claw of the werewolf.
Uh-huh.
He could have.
He could also be a tanner.
Yes, let me finish. I'm just going through.
Just let him do the list.
Yeah, claw of the werewolf turns him into a werewolf. Brand of the villager would turn him into a villager. Cudgel of the tanner turns him into a tanner. Void of nothingness does nothing. Mask of Muting mutes him, and bow of the hunter would turn him into a hunter.
Would you like to guess what I am?
There is
It's just chance.
there's a 1 in 3 chance of him being villager because he'll either be villager or hunter.
Anyway,
And then there's a 1 in 3 chance of him being a werewolf / tanner.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the thing is, that's just a lot of RNG. Madden right now has claimed that he's looked at this card,
Yes.
which is very weird because I'm the apprentice seer, looked at this card and saw
Oh my
that it was a
God.
werewolf.
Seriously, Ron,
Which
what is
means-
this strat of just claiming what Madden... This is 3 games in a row.
Don't put
Madden,
up the card.
I'm telling the truth, and you know I'm telling the truth.
No,
This
I
is not
don't.
a minion. This is a werewolf.
So has everyone got the same roles again?
No.
No, I'm the apprentice seer, and I'm calling Madden out because he's
Oh.
lying.
And maybe I have the same
And I'm
role.
claiming Ron is bullshitting, because this is now the 3rd game in a row where he just claims
no
what I
one
claim
claims
as soon as I
curator,
claim
This is
it.
what we're
I claim
fated
curator.
to do, Madden.
I am the hunter.
You claiming bow of the hunter?
Yep.
A really long time.
What's
I'm
Hunter
still
do?
I'm still just gonna lynch Madden because Madden is obviously lying.
Could you paint
Wow.
an H in front of my name, please, Josh? Because I don't have painting.
Nope.
Brit.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so
fine.
you're claiming the hunter,
Correct.
This time he got a bow of the hunter.
and you're claiming curator. You guys were originally Masons. Well, then just lynch Madden.
But
Well,
what
I-
said you're not.
I mean, that's pretty safe.
That's not pretty
Well,
safe.
actually-
Actually, no, wait. Why would I trust you, Ronif?
That's like this argument is 50-50. Like you either believe
Then
Matt
again,
or
then again, I will give him this: that if he said that Minion was here, and just basing what you guys know about me, if I'm lying, there would be a Minion here. But if I'm telling the truth, he could actually be the Minion. So killing him would be the wrong thing to do. So I'm I'm still
You're right, yeah, no.
suspicious
That's
about
true.
Madden.
If there's a minion at the table, we need to call in like if the minion's the only werewolf piece sitting at the table, we have to call in Nolan. Wait, how does that even work? Because if we kill, like, I guess we can kill the minion because there's no werewolves.
That is right. You can kill a minion.
Yeah, as long as
He's
there's
still
no
a pretty
werewolves, you can kill a
safe.
minion.
He's still a pretty safe go down.
I don't think he is, because Ronith could just equally be lying. Like, there's no proof either way.
It's true, but I can't prove it in any other way. I saw this card, and he is obviously lying because I saw that card.
Madden, in 50 words or less, put forward your statement.
Well, this is, as I said, this is now the third or fourth game in a row where Ronith has waited for me to claim something and then immediately claimed the same role.
Yes,
It's got a really good success rate, and you keep doing shit claims.
Something that I know is bullshit because I checked something you did, and I'm like, it's wrong. It's coincidence, but it's freaking me the hell out, but it's working.
And also, admittedly, last game, he was correct. But the game before that,
That's true.
he
The
was
game
totally not.
Yeah, he was wrong the game before that.
Yeah, but this is a new game. Like,
I know it's a new game. I'm just pointing out that you've done the same. Like,
true.
we're just going to think you've done the same thing 3 times and only been right.
that's true, but I cannot put this in any other way. So like that's my final verdict, that Madden is a werewolf or a minion, I guess.
I'm just going to put it out there. I think that Dan is Hunter or Tanner right now. I'm just going to say that. So lynching Dan is just not a good idea.
Unless you don't want to get hunted by me just
No,
picking
because
out another of the primes.
I think your Hunter claim was actually. I think you're actually a Tanner. I think you claiming Hunter is a way to cover
What
the
does the
fact
Tanner do?
he needs to get
The
himself.
Tanner
killed.
just wants to kill himself.
Oh, okay.
He's his
Yeah.
own
What
team.
happens if there's a Tanner but no werewolves and you lynch the Tanner?
The Tanner
The
wins.
Tanner
The
wins.
village loses.
Oh, the village actually loses stuff.
I think
Yep.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
Well, I don't know. Everyone gets what they want. I'm not
Yeah,
sure. That...
the Tanner's not part of the village. He's his own.
You're right. Yeah, no.
yeah, he wins.
The Tanner's just a sad, miserable git in the woods.
Oh, this sucks.
I,
We
I
just
think us 3 are safe. It's one of these 2.
See, it's just him that is not safe. Like,
No, it's
The
just
the only issue is if Madden is the minion and he's doing the same play, if Dan has been turned into a werewolf by me, it's actually a really bad play to lynch him.
I know, but like going on that RNG is really hard, and like,
But,
like how do we solve that then?
well, okay, so
Do we get
Yep.
that?
I say as a hunter that I'm a safe lynch, but also, if possible, I would rather not be a focus at all.
Well, let me go through the odds on this stuff, right? Because then we could actually maybe make a choice on this. So there are 6 possible artifacts, right? One of them does nothing. So yeah, one of them does nothing. One of them mutes him, but we know it's not that. So it's actually 5 artifacts. It's out of 5 now. So 2 Claw of the Werewolf is bad for us. So 1 out of 5 is super bad for us. Brand of the Villager and Hunter is good for us because he's just a villager. So that's 2 out of 5 are good for us. Void is also good for us because if he's a Mason, he's still a Mason. So that's actually potentially 3 out of 5 are good
Yeah,
for
I
us.
mean, when you're a jet for life.
And then Cudgel of the Tanner just means I actually think statistically we have to risk it and say we don't lynch Dan because statistically he's more likely to he either wants to be lynched or he's a villager statistically.
Exactly. And I mean, if he became a werewolf, then bad luck.
Yeah.
Well, if he wanted to get lynched, he could just claim that it was a werewolf at that point, but he's actually a Tanner.
That's like
no,
the worst
that's
thing ever.
that would be the worst Tanner
Yeah,
play.
that would be so awful.
If you're a Tanner, well, the thing that you would want to do is basically be like, I'm a villager, because they're very, very nondescript.
No, you want to try and fight with someone about like your role. You want to be like, no, I'm the seer.
Oh, right,
Bit
okay.
like what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose so.
Like Dan, I don't know if I could trust, but I
I mean,
know
essentially what this comes down to is between Madden and Ronith.
Who are people leaning towards at the moment? Because we've only got a minute left to the side.
I am leaning towards Madden
Because Madden is the worst at claiming.
No, it has nothing to do with his claiming stuff. It's just based on trends of seeing stuff in games, and Madden tends to not talk when he's. Well, he tends to say things, but his amount of talking significantly diminishes when he's playing a bad role, like a werewolf. And in this game, I could probably make the argument that he said "fucking all."
No, I shouted Ronith for a bit, and then I let you guys talk it out. Because
No, but
literally,
this is-
it's a 50-50, who do you trust?
Yes, it is.
There's no amount of persuasion I can do there, and shouting just convinces you I'm a werewolf.
I would say it's the opposite, really. Because I would like to hear some impassioned arguments, Mr. Minions.
You've got 30 seconds, 15 seconds each, go.
What do you mean 15 seconds each and 20... Shit! I don't...
So I checked this, it's a minion, so we know there's no minion at the table, which means Ronith has to be a werewolf, since he's claiming the same thing and claiming there's a werewolf in the middle.
Okay, so it's basically between me, Ronith, and Madden for a vote.
It's Madden. It's fucking Madden.
3,
It's probably Madden, yeah.
2, 1.
Oh.
Okay, vote.
Double lynch, we did it.
I think we
So
did it.
both of you die. Both of you die.
Yep.
Yes.
Werewolf.
That's what I was in my mind.
Sorry,
I was in my mind. I was like, you did become the Tanner. I fucking
Yeah.
knew it. I called that shit.
Yeah, you did.
You really were both the main.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I voted for myself at the end. I was like, well, there's nothing to lose in voting for myself to die.
Wow, I'm so
What-
sorry,
my-
Madden, but
my-
you're really unlucky.
My play right there, by the
Like
way,
that.
was convince everyone to vote Madden and then vote Ronith because I knew Madden would vote Ronith and I was hoping we get the split and get both of them because the actual correct win there is lynching both. No,
That's true.
Unless, of course, I was the minion.
yes, but that's like I'm pretty sure Ronith wasn't a well. Like that's there's too many ifs and buts. Like you know, like
and, like I just
I
had to
could
go
not
to Madden
shuffle
'cause
that
I had no
fucking-
read on anyone else.
Deck.
Reset table.
There you
Let's
go.
do-
I don't know
let's
why
do-
it wouldn't let me shuffle that one.
let's do one more with the setup and then we'll.
I would like to see maybe swap out the Apprentice Seer for a Troublemaker.
maybe. Wow.
Okay, you'll take
Then-
that one. Alright, just
This is kind
Also,
of
it's a really hard game to play when there's only the werewolf and no help.
that's
yeah. When you're like me last. I mean, you did help me by throwing me under the bus. It was real good help.
You've been really
Yeah,
unlucky.
way to be, buddy.
Madden, you like to be fair, you've been very unlucky.
All right, let's blindfold ourselves, guys. It's nighttime. Everyone's checked their rolls, I assume. So
Yeah.
nighttime. So first up, minion. If minion is in the game, open your eyes. Keep them open during the werewolf phase. Werewolves. Take your cards out of your hand, wave them around, try and identify your fellow werewolves. Minion should be able to see them as well if they're sat at the table, so that's all good. Couple more seconds, after which return your cards to your hand and re-blindfold yourselves, including the minion. Minion, please also blindfold yourself. After the minion, it's the Masons. So Masons may open their eyes and try and identify each other again. Lana and Dan, open your eyes and identify each other again. Okay, after you've done that, return your cards and re-blindfold yourselves, please. Next up is the Seer. Seer, if you're at the table, and blindfold yourselves, and you may check one player's card or two cards in the center. Give a couple of seconds to do that, after which you return the cards to where they came from and re-blindfold yourself. Next up is the Apprentice Seer. Apprentice Seer, you may check one of the cards in the center of the table. After you've done that, you may blindfold yourself. Well, no, you have to blindfold yourself again. Fucking put the blindfold back on. I'm good with this. I'm real good at this, the narrator, guys. Finally, it's the Curator. Curator, if you are sat at the table, please unblindfold yourselves, and you may take one of the the top artifact from the artifact deck and hand it to someone in the game. After you've done that, re-blindfold yourselves, and everyone should be blindfolded now. So, couple more seconds.
God, Josh, I had a really, really worrying thought. Also, that timer doesn't seem to be going.
It's not because you're gonna. Well, there you go. It's going.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna bullshit, and I didn't want to like.
No. A really worrying thought is, so what happens if there are three werewolves on the two werewolves and a minion on the table? Can't they just be like, all right, vote, kill one of them who isn't one of them, and then they win?
They absolutely can. Majority werewolf.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ronith, Madden, vote for Josh. We win.
Yay! As soon as I saw Ronith, I was like, I hope there's a minion at the table. But how do I ask him without giving myself away as a werewolf?
Can we just do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, call to a vote.
Really?
Yep,
All
we
of
win.
them?
Everyone call for a vote.
Yeah, it happens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's not that funny. It happens.
Well, that's a quick one.
Really?
I got Mason again.
Oh my god.
When I saw that, I was just like, oh good, I'm a minion. I'll get to play this with just full information. And then I just saw the two werewolves go, wait, what?
That's not even funny.
I think it's hilarious.
No,
I
it
mean,
happens.
it's kind of hilarious, but what the fuck? That's so broken.
It's not broken because what's supposed to happen is you shouldn't be that open about it. It doesn't work that well with the well. Normally, it doesn't work like. Usually, it's because you get a majority werewolf with roles that can turn into werewolves, not because.
The problem there was it's only 5 players, so you only need to get 3 bad guys, which is possible. It's going to happen eventually, and also the fact that there is no role swapping.
Yeah, true. That's a double swap.
Which means that Dan and knew the werewolves hadn't changed. Whereas there's a
Yeah.
troublemaker and stuff, he'd have had to be shooting.
I'd have had to have been very, very careful.
That's fine.
I thought that was hilarious,
That was
just because
funny.
that was a very big
Pretty
hole in
hilarious,
everything.
But therein we found the problem with having no card swapping.
Yep.